the buck who likes to fuck. A-Ra.
The host with the most Facebook posts. The adult male, fresh out on bail. Straight out of jail, California dreaming. When I step on the scene, hear them hoochies screaming. Fiending for money and alcohol, the life of the West Side. Playing where cowards die, and it's all ball.
Bro, what the fuck you talking about?
Pardon me. Petty, hard, away.
What the fuck?
What the fuck are we talking about? This show about what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is What the Fuck Are We Talking About? And I am the man with his dick in his hand, the dude with no lube, and the buck who likes to fuck. A-Ra.
The host with the most Facebook posts. The adult male, fresh out on bail.
I don't know. Something happened.
Straight out of jail, California dreaming. When I step on the scene,
Fuck you, not safe.
hear them hoochies screaming. Fiending for money and alcohol, the life of the West Side. Playing where cowards die, and it's all ball.
Bro, what the fuck you talking about?
Pardon me. Petty, hard, away.
What the fuck?
All right. One time for your mind. This is What the Fuck Are We Talking About with your host. My name is Petty Hardaway. He is A.A. Ron. And we are your hosts for this evening.
He's just gonna talk the whole way through. I'm just gonna sit here and
nod like
just do this, just like this the whole time.
like Silent Bob.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're back. A week, a layoff last week due to the Corona kids in our neighborhood. Everybody giving each other fucking Rona, but we're back at it again.
We are.
We are.
You turn this up a bit.
Yeah.
A bit.
A scotch.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
You on
Fucking
there?
Shared it to the masses. Good stuff, man.
You like the masses?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
cancer?
Yes. A cancerous mass. Love those. Love
Or
it.
like church?
Yep. Oh, love church mass. You know me in church.
Go way back.
Go way back.
Yeah. I
We
know.
did, but not no more. Not no more.
Gabriel Serrano's watching.
He's always watching, whether you know it or not. Gabe's always watching.
He is always watching.
He's just watching my belt right now.
Every
is what
time
he's
I turn
doing.
around.
He's just keeping an eye on it for me.
I see his face.
Yeah. In my dreams.
He keeps sending me, he's doing the face app swap things.
Yeah.
And his face just looks retarded on every other person. It doesn't even make sense. He doesn't got the face for that. I don't think I could do it either with the beard.
Yeah.
You can't put the person with a big beard
On
the
I
face
would work.
swaps.
My beard's clean and close to my face.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like it's a little long right now and unkempt. But I will take care of it.
It's unkempt.
It's
That's unkempt.
Unkept. Or whatever.
No, it's unkempt. That's
right.
That's a word.
That's right. It is. I look disheveled.
What do you call? I don't know. I was just gonna make a shovel pun.
That's all right. We'll work on it.
I bailed.
We'll work on it.
I bailed on
I
it.
bailed on it. I was gonna try, but in mid joke, I'm like, nope.
Yeah, not going down.
That happens, man. So, yeah, the fucking little asshole kids of mine, well, kid and their friends all had the fake disease.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
I know. He was mad sick though, dude. Like
Oh.
on some real shit. He was really, really
I
sick.
believe people do get sick.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a flu that he got before. Like, cause it was like he couldn't taste or smell for like 3 or 4 days. Like legit.
Did you hold like a pile of shit to his nose?
No,
because
but-
that would be my test.
No, but
Be like,
like
get something gross.
he ate something spicy, and it helped his nose drain, but he couldn't taste it. And then we tried like sweet.
Well,
and
usually
salty,
if you're
everything.
congested, your taste is also subdued
But
because
I've
they're
never-
connected.
Yeah, but
You know?
but I've never had like my taste and smell go away. Never had that happen.
Well, if you
And
if
he
you're
was mad. Like on top of it, he was sick. Like
if you're congested, you
Yeah.
can't breathe, so you can't really smell.
Right.
And then that also subdues your taste because you can't breathe.
well, that's not always the case. You can have a stuffy nose and still taste. You have taste buds. It doesn't block that always. So that's not always
No,
the
that's
case.
this is what I'm saying. 'Cause I don't believe people when they say these types of things
Wow.
until like you give them something like
Yeah.
really gross to smell, like something where you would smell it and like heave.
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
make them smell that, and if they don't, and then I might believe them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not in the.
I haven't
thought
seen
of-
the test done.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw my child and he was really, really fucked up. Like,
I don't doubt that.
you know, and it wasn't like I said, it wasn't anything like he had before. He didn't get a fever. He never once had a fever, but he had the taste and smell thing. He was like, it was hard to breathe. He said it was like it was really heavy on his chest, and he was just super weak. Like he didn't leave his room for like 3 days. He didn't eat anything, like nothing. He just drank nonstop. And yeah, it was bad. Like he was really fucked up. But the thing was, 3 days later, like out of
He was just
a
like, "Hi
switch.
guys." Yeah.
We heard him in the shower. I'm like, is that Eric? And he's like fucking singing at the top of his lungs. And he comes out like, you all right? He's like, I feel great. And we went down. We went down to eat. And he's like, I can taste the bacon. And he was super hype. And then the following day, cool.
That's weird.
And what's weird is everybody in the group, there was 5 of them that tested positive. All of them had different symptoms. This one girl, she was like real, like she sounded sick. She had a fever, like everything. She had every fucking symptom you can imagine that was on that list. Eric had like 2 or 3 of them. The one kid had 1. And then everybody in their houses, someone got it, but we didn't.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's all nonsensical. I don't think anybody knows really how anything spreads or what the fuck they're even looking for.
I think that is more likely than it being a fake disease. I think that whatever it was is real, and they all had it because they obviously tested positive for whatever.
Well, the
it was.
reason why I
But
say
think you're
things-
right. I think they don't know what they're looking for, and I think they don't actually know how to fucking control whatever
Yeah.
it is. I totally agree.
Absolutely not.
That's an accurate assessment.
That's why I
in my
say,
opinion,
like,
or a good observation.
that's why I say
you know?
shit is just to discount
But-
the whole thing because it's so much nonsense that I'm just like, it's all dumb and gay.
But he
and
was
they don't
super.
know what
but
the
he
fuck
was
they're
sick.
talking
But now
about.
here's the thing: an easy way to do this would be able to just track who's ever gotten sick, who's ever been in
Well,
contact.
that's what they've been
with them.
trying to do.
There you go.
And
So-
it's failing.
So does that mean that we're all good? Everybody in my house, all 6 of us, that all went through it. Nobody tested positive except for 1 kid, and we're all good now.
Well, the tests are bullshit.
I don't know. I don't know if they're bullshit or not because everybody that was showing symptoms, we were all like they all have it, and they all tested positive.
Well, they all have something because depending on what test they're doing, the PCR test, I could show you a video of the inventor of the PCR test who says it doesn't show you anything.
So then why didn't he invent it?
He did invent it.
But
They're
why
not
did he
using the
invent
test correctly, he says.
And how do you use the test correctly? Did
I
he
don't
explain
fucking know.
that?
You got to listen to what he says.
He
I can't
explains
tell
how
you.
but he explains how it can be used properly.
Yeah,
So they're purposely not using a test properly.
correct.
That sounds like nonsense.
I mean, that's what he said.
So well then why would he lie?
He's the inventor
yeah, why would
of
he,
the test.
Yeah, why would he lie?
And he said it's not being used correctly, and you can't. The way they have to magnify it so much to where you just get like interference, and then it's not telling you anything.
Okay. So he's a shitty inventor then.
No, because they're not using it the way that supposedly he intended it to be used.
See, that just doesn't sound.
I mean, that's what he
likely.
said. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, people tend to lie. It's where you put your trust in. So, I mean, if you trust that guy, cool.
The inventor of the test? Yeah, I trust that more than...
I don't know. Is he really the
than the other
inventor? He
people.
says that. Is he actually the inventor?
Yeah.
Do you really know that?
Uh-huh.
Has that proven?
Yes.
It is?
So, I
Are the
trust that
tests
a
used
little bit
around the
more.
world or
Yeah.
just the test in America?
As far as I know, around the world,
And there's been, like, I've been tested twice, and I've been tested 2 different ways. So which one did he invent?
the PCR test.
Which one is that one?
I don't know. I think it's the nose one. I don't know.
Which nose one? There's 2 different nose ones.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
All right.
I just know the name of it.
So I took 2 different ones. So both of them don't work.
I don't know what the other one is. What's the other one?
Well, so there's one that they just stick it in the back of your nose, boom, they're done.
Yeah.
There's another one where they swab the back of your nose on each side for 10 seconds.
Well,
or
those
so.
might be the same thing, so I don't know. It might have been done 2 different ways.
Well, I mean,
and
no.
then they-
Well, one they're like, okay, you're done. The other one's like, tilt your head back. They like damn near push up against your brain, take it out, and then do it on the other side, and then it's 2 different ones.
Yeah.
One is super like in there, and one is boop done.
Yeah, that sounds inconsistent. The method in general sounds inconsistent.
Yeah,
And
agreed. But one of them has to at least garner some type of result that's at least accurate, I would assume.
no,
And why not?
it's not. It's just, it's not.
That's always like, but that's just by saying that's not answering it. Like diseases are found. Like someone shared something on Facebook and they were like, imagine a disease that's so scary that you have to have a doctor tell you have it. Name one disease that you can.
Well, that's
that
like a
you
meme thing.
that you can diagnose yourself, because that's typically what doctors do is like diagnose things. Nobody wakes up and they're like, I have cancer today. That's crazy.
Well,
They have to get diagnosed with that. Nobody wakes up and says they have
What
this.
that-
Even the flu. Nobody wakes up and says, I have influenza. They need a doctor to tell you that. Honestly, like nobody knows what they have.
no,
So
but
it
what
becomes-
that meme is getting at is what in the beginning when the shit is going down, when they were talking about you could be symptomless and then, you're still sick with this deadly virus. And then that's where that stupid meme comes
But
from.
and I get it, but that meme is also stupid because it's not saying because you don't get sick from the virus that it's not harmful to you. It's about others, about spreading it to other people, and that.
Well, they don't know
becoming a
how. They
bigger
don't even
thing.
know how it goes.
Well, I agree.
Clearly.
But it's resistance. That's all it is. Everybody's so resistant against anything. Anybody telling anybody anything anymore. It's just resistance.
Because that's because you can't
all it
trust
is.
from the top down. So it's already destroyed.
Yeah. And how do you rebuild it? How do you rebuild it? You have to eventually start trusting again. That's how you rebuild trust.
Well, they have
is
to
by
produce.
trusting again.
They have to produce results where you're like, oh, I see what's going on clearly, and it's improving things.
So yeah, I don't know. It's all trust. It's all trust. It's all trust. Because there's a lot of numbers out there. Like I think the number right now of like global deaths from COVID or whatever you want to call it, Corona, whatever you want to call
Well,
it.
yeah, that's nonsense
That-
too.
well, whatever you want to call it. It's like 2.5 million worldwide.
Right.
The Black
Nonsense.
Plague was 25 million worldwide. So, I mean, I feel like
Even if you believe the numbers, you're like, that's not that much.
I mean, that is though, like 10% of a plague that people would say, oh, the Black Plague, it's called the Black fucking Plague. That's serious business. If 10% of that number is produced now, that's a lot. That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, but they're attributing the deaths to like anything. That's why they have all the other shit.
Again, that
Yeah.
goes back to a trust thing. Can we
Well, it's-
trust what actual number is it?
Well, no, you don't have to trust the number. You can look at what they add into the numbers. They tell you what they add into the numbers.
What do you mean?
They told you before. They said that you don't need to be diagnosed with it to be considered a death from it.
but you had
You
to
don't
have
even
had
need
it.
No, you didn't even need to be tested. It could be assumed that you had it,
Okay.
and they add it to the death toll.
Okay. And how many of that 2.5 million do you think that really is?
Probably it could be like fucking 50%. I don't know.
Okay.
And then if you die supposedly with it, on top of anything else, cancer, fucking more serious shit. That's why they say mostly all the deaths, they have like, what was it? 3 other comorbidities with it, like serious health conditions.
Right.
And then whatever the sickness is the thing that, you know, tipped them over the edge or something.
Okay. So, in theory.
So they don't count it as like a cancer death then. They can't count it as the COVID death.
Okay. All right. So,
And then that gets added in too.
all right. So, let's say
That's
somebody.
why all the influenza went to 0.
And see, I think this is where we get too in depth with it, because here's a scenario. Somebody has cancer and they get sick and they get pneumonia and they die. Do they die of pneumonia or do they die of cancer-related causes?
I don't know, but that's what they were doing for this.
Okay, that's my point. If the person didn't have cancer and caught pneumonia, they probably wouldn't have died. That's what they're trying to say. So
But
the
they
reverse effect: if somebody had cancer and caught COVID and then died, in theory,
They make it a COVID death and not a cancer death. Well, I'm using an extreme
that's
example.
my point.
Yeah.
So I think we look too much into it.
They do like
We do.
related. They skew the shit so bad because it's ridiculous.
No, I think we micro look at everything. We do, because that's my example right there is a perfect one. If you already have a disease, AIDS, cancer, and name a disease, just name any fucking disease, and you get sick with the flu or you catch pneumonia or whatever, and you die. What are you dying from? The pneumonia, the flu, or are you dying from that pre-existing condition?
All of the things contribute.
So the same goes with.
But then it's where's your priorities at? Like, are you going to be scared of this thing that's most likely not going to kill anybody unless you're a big fat motherfucker with asthma and ulcerative colitis and
Now, see,
all this other shit, whatever you want to talk about?
Yeah, see, that's not true, though. There are people that aren't fat and have it, blah, 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 that have died from it. There are healthy people that have got it and died
There's
from it.
not.
There is, though. Like, there is. Like,
The average age of death from this is above the the average lifespan.
What do you mean?
Like, if the average age of death of someone is like 73 or some shit, and the average age of death from COVID is like 74, it's like a year or two above the average lifespan.
I saw the average was in the 40 to 60 range. Now, see, that's where the information, where, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I'm just telling you, there's a lot of fuckery. I can't recall every single thing off the top of my brain, but there's a lot of fuckery.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's all trust. It's all trust.
A lot.
I feel like there was like this 4-year span that happened recently where all trust was broken for some reason in this country. It's just weird. I can't put my finger on it. But it's like this 4-year span from like maybe 2016 to like 2000.
A lot
where
has
it got
been
really,
revealed.
Where it got really crazy for no fucking reason. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know.
I think it's been crazy for a long time, and we haven't had.
I think we're spoiled fucking brats in this country.
Well,
and
for
all
sure.
we do is whine about, I want this and I don't have that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Everybody shut up. We have it too fucking good here, and we need to stop fucking bitching.
Well, it's gonna go back to not so good.
It's-
Not so
Dude,
like it was.
All right, let's be honest. You, me, we've never seen not so good.
No.
So everybody that talks this, oh, it's going to get so bad. You've never seen so bad. You've never
Absolutely.
seen real bad.
No, I agree.
And we're not going to. We're not going to.
I think we're gonna see a steady
We're not.
decline
We're
into.
not. It's this weird fear that's been put into people that it's going to get bad, man. I'm telling you, bro. People have been saying that for fucking ever.
They have.
They have.
But it happens all over the world,
It
though.
doesn't.
It does all over the world.
But not here.
No,
That's
not
my
yet.
point. We're fucking spoiled. We keep saying, oh, it's going to get bad. We're not. It's not.
I don't know.
It's
Well,
crazy.
no,
like
it has.
like,
we
look
had
at
the
other
Great
countries.
Depression
Look-
here.
Of course we did. Of course. Absolutely. Dude, we had a lot of shit happen in this country. Dude, in the 2000s, the fucking car companies almost went belly up. Like, banks almost went down. Like, we've come out of that shit. Like,
They all should have.
come on.
We're gonna pay for that shit.
Come on.
We're gonna pay for all that shit. because they
not.
should have went down.
They didn't, and here we are.
I know.
2021, still not paying for it.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet anything. No, it's not going to happen.
Things are on I think like 100-year cycle. When was the Great Depression? Like 1920?
It was before World War II, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 1920. Because we went in, what brought us out of the Depression was the Second World War.
So put us into the fucking depression was the First World War. That's what put us into a depression. That's what this country does. We make money off of war. Our country's been at war for, I don't know, since we started our country. It's fucking nonsense.
We had like a good 10-year span where there was no war.
No, we've always had.
From like 1976 to 19...
dude, and during that time, we had boots on the ground.
What's 10 years
we
after
have
that?
troops in Germany. We have troops everywhere. We're all over the fucking place.
1780.
We're all over. We're all over. And then we sit at home, and we're spoiled because we're not self-aware. I say it all the time. I overuse that word, but we're not. We put our people overseas and we're in other countries telling other people what to do, and then we're sitting at home like, it's so bad over here. We're gonna make America great again. Yeah. We look like pussies. We look like fucking little bitch-ass bitches. Because we're not self-aware in this country anymore. We've turned into a bunch of pussies. And we say we're tough, and we do this and that. We fly flags, and we say, it's my country, blah, 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 blah. And you're all pussies. Sorry. But you are. Because you become spoiled, and you've taken everything we have for granted. So we're the laughing stock here. We're the ones that look like assholes. We're the ones that look like dicks because we don't take anything serious, and because we think everything's a fucking joke, and we take everything for granted in this country. It's what we do. And that's why people look at us like assholes.
I think some of it, like a lot of that is true, but it's also what makes
we walk
the country,
with our noses up and everywhere we go, and then our representation of our country didn't help over that 4-year span where we're already looked at as a shitty, we're entitled country, and then that's what we're represented by. And that's how we look now, and that's how we act now. Like, it's simple, basic being self-aware of how we're acting and treating ourselves and treating our country and treating our other people because of how we saw the last 4 years. Like, it's so fucked up, dude. Like, I didn't mean to get on a rant and all that, but like, god damn, man, like this kind of shit.
It's not about the last 4 years.
It really is, man. It got so much worse. We've been shitty for a long time. And I'm not just blaming him. We've been shitty for a long time, but it's got progressively bad. It really has. I think, in my opinion, when the 80s came around and they really changed the Reaganomics, when they changed down to trickle down economics, that's when everything started to kind of snowball down the hill where we got self-entitled. We felt entitled to things, and it just got progressively worse. And now we feel like this world is ours, and we own this world. And we're just a country in this world, man.
That was like the time of like the neocons started coming in, and they want to do wars in the Middle East all crazy.
Yeah, dude, we're in a war with the Middle East right now.
I know that was bad, but we were still bad before then too.
Again, that's our problem because we had a Democrat president for 8 years that did not stop that war or pull out. So that's still on us. So we can't just blame Trump or blame Bush. We had an 8-year span where Obama could have stopped that shit, and he fucking didn't. So that's on us too.
No, Trump was trying to stop it. You didn't see that one interview where he was trying to bring him out. He was like, "Well, bring him out." He was like, "They won't let me bring him home."
Obama too.
He was like, "There was something they won't let me bring him home."
I know, bro. It's weird. And like the whole thing with a president, they're just a representative. They're a fucking puppet.
Oh, for sure.
They are. They are a puppet. They have a lot of power and influence. That's really what a president is power and influence.
They're supposed to rally the people up, and then
the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they
that's
can't
the kind of thing.
They can't play the game.
But like you said,
they're not playing the game.
Like
they're coaching.
Like Obama said, I want to stop this war and pull troops out. Didn't fucking make it happen.
No, he did more.
Trump,
he bombed more.
Trump, same fucking thing. And they both say they want to make it happen, and I believe them both.
And they don't do it.
Both, and they both don't do it.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's how we make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the only ways. And like you were saying, I don't think it's so much of we're unaware. We are,
or we don't give a fuck. Maybe that's what it is. We're just to the point of don't give a fuckery.
Well, we are there. We are there.
Yeah.
But we aren't self-sufficient at all as a people in the whole country.
No. Accurate assessment. No. Absolutely not.
We used to, like, 90% of the country used to be like, have like some sort of garden and homestead type.
Yeah.
Now it's like 2% of the country. And all of those people are like 60, 70 years old.
Yeah. And like, I'm going to give you another example. All right.
And once that goes down, then we're really fucked.
I agree. It's just thinking. All right. You ever go on Facebook and have someone say, where can I get the best this in town? You have that answer at the tip of your fingers at any time.
Yeah.
Do you really need to ask those people, or is it like an attention grabbing thing?
I mean, it can be, and I think a lot of people it is.
Because I don't go on there. Where's the best this? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking Google cheesesteaks, or if that's what I'm looking for, or fucking pizza.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at reviews like, all right, everybody says this place is a shit. I'm fucking trying it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Certain things I would ask,
Like a mechanic?
just to get somebody opinion.
Yeah.
Like a trusting
Word,
opinion, not
something like
just
that.
a search.
But goddamn, man, looking for this or that, Google it. Why ask?
People don't do that though.
Nobody is. They're stupid.
I know. Well, that's why we're in this position that we're in.
Yeah.
It's not going to get
There's a lot of
better
stupidity.
because
There's a lot of stupidity.
it's
Stupid is so.
everything's going to start going down because people are dumber in general now. So we're just going to see consistent people getting in positions that are not qualified for them, and then shit's going to start breaking down because the things can't be maintained. Like
Yeah.
the infrastructure can't be maintained. The whatever you want to say, shit can't be maintained. Like 90% of the jobs in America is either middlemaning or a scam of some sorts, like a pyramid scheme.
There's a lot of money that gets made in
There's
this country that doesn't
almost-
make any sense.
There's almost
For
no
real.
jobs. If you're not actually making something, your job is probably useless.
We don't make anything. Look at we've talked about that before. Like the biggest companies, like Walmart, they don't make anything.
You're just making.
They sell shit.
Well, yeah, they're just a
They're
storage facility.
They're distribution.
Yeah,
Home
doing
Depot.
nothing.
Home Depot
Doing nothing.
selling stuff.
Well,
They're a
granted,
they're a
Home
service,
Depot's
but
probably better than Walmart.
not really. I mean, they stock shelves and sell stuff, and they outsource services.
Well, they're selling stuff that
But-
you can use to build.
But they also put like my grandfather out of business when they moved
yeah,
in.
no,
so
that's
stuff
bad
like
too.
that.
But they're
Yeah, so,
slightly better than
you know.
Walmart.
Anything slightly better than Walmart. Anything. Go anywhere.
But like,
other than
you're in the
Walmart.
food industry, you're actually
Especially-
making food.
You want to
If
see a
you're-
bad Walmart? Just go to the one in Whitehall. If you're ever looking for a funny, good pick me up, something to just, make you smile, go to Walmart.
I can't. I need a shower after going there.
Yeah, that one's dirty. But you'll see something there that'll make you smile and it'll make you laugh every time.
But people got to start making things
Yeah, we don't do that.
and doing stuff. Like that's where value is in physical labor and making a
There's
thing.
opportunity there. Legalizing marijuana nationwide and being able to have state regulated stuff like that would create a lot of jobs. I said this before that, and I have stock in weed because I think it's the next thing only really that America can produce by itself. We haven't produced a cash crop in forever.
Well, we've
Corn. An
corn
and
great.
potatoes and shit like
Yeah,
that. But
they just
weed,
turned everything into corn.
I mean,
great.
You're talking about something you can sell an eighth of an ounce of for $40.
Well, we were the
compared
world's,
to,
we were like the
know.
world's biggest distributor of like natural gas or oil or some shit like that.
tobacco too. I think we used to grow a shit ton of.
So,
but anyway,
we had shit like that.
the weed business
but the
is
people
something
aren't
that,
doing that.
if you think about it, it's something that can be sustained for a long time. Something that you really need an actual business for. You need a store. You need a factory. You need workers. It's something that can never be really like robotic. I don't think you can have robots tend to marijuana plants. I don't think you can have them trim them and package them and stuff like that. Like that's
Yeah.
all hand done.
You
I
can
think-
get slaves.
I mean, you have to pay. It's
Room and board.
it's the law.
You know?
I know it's the law. But I think that is something that could like really, really help, and that can be the start of other things because that can start things, right? Like, you know, you start a company like that, a marijuana company. They can start making their own packaging, and then that can turn into we can make packaging for other people, and then boom, everything's self-sustained. They're using the hemp to actually make packaging. Like, there's so many ways out of
Yeah.
this mess. It's old people that aren't understanding that you have to move away. We can't live in archaic times. There's ways out of this, and that's one of the ways. You know, I think
we should go back to archaic times.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need it.
You think archaic times is
We're overdue.
we need to reset there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back to horse and buggy.
Yeah. We do like a
I want to get a horse and
we
buggy.
do like a survival of the fittest thing where everybody gets a week off of civilization. Good fucking luck, and then we set it back.
Yeah. I mean, civilization forms.
Like a purge. like a real life purge.
We don't need like a purge. Like, people don't need to go around murdering, but
'Cause that's what would happen.
I mean, that's gonna happen. It happens now.
It does, but not on purge like level. That'd be wild.
It's pretty bad.
It's
pretty bad now.
I mean, I don't think it's like you've seen the Purge movies.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't
It's
think
not like that,
It's not
but-
like that. No, but
in certain places, it's not good.
yeah, I know.
It's not good.
I know. It's weird, like something like that, like cities that have like high debt, like murders and stuff. It changes a lot. Like it
ruins everything.
It does, but like it's weird how like it goes through cycles like that. Like right now, I think it's Chicago is like it's like the highest murder capital I think right now, and it used to be somewhere on the West Coast. I don't remember where. Maybe it was the Compton area or something like that. But it's changed a lot. I think that's kind of
Probably.
wild that that's even a thing. But why does it fucking change like that? Like I don't understand.
People be murdering.
I know. But it's demographic. It's obviously demographic, but
Yeah.
but why does it change like that? I don't know.
Well, more people
Wow.
moved in.
That's what I think it is. I think you're right. It's a lot of relocating and shit. That's a good point.
People
You're right.
move in. Like, if you get
I'm from New York. I hear that all the time here. Yeah, we've lived in Allentown pretty much forever.
jeans
So
on a horse and buggy, you may rip your pants. No, I think everybody wore skinny jeans when they rode horses.
I think when dungarees were made,
They were all skinny.
were they all? I think
Probably.
I don't know. I think dungarees were like work pants. I think they were made for like manual labor.
But like
I'm
the
pretty sure
jeans
they
that
need
I
some
wear,
room.
this is like regular fit for like the every time period except for the 90s. You know?
Damn.
Outside of the 90s and 2000s, this is regular jeans.
I mean, we're not wearing Jankos anymore.
No.
What the fucking?
The 90s and 2000s was insane
Yeah.
for fashion.
Yeah. I know. The long white tees, man.
Yeah.
The long white tees, the throwback jerseys with the matching hat. Yo, a lot of bad jean shorts. A lot of bad fashion decisions.
Yeah.
I still wear Yankees caps and thermals though. So I've been doing that for almost 20 years. I don't have a thermal on right now, but you know, still works. Timberlands and a Yankee hat has never gone out of style. Although I don't own a pair of Tims, and I don't ever plan on owning a pair. I had them once, and
I'm
they're
I'm not a fan.
they're just big and bulky for no reason.
Yeah.
And if you wear them in the summertime with shorts, you are a buffoon.
That's New Yorker
And,
stuff.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Nope.
Do you believe the Mars stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I do. There's a lot of other countries that are doing the same thing. There's other countries that are there now too. But I was watching video the other day. It was pretty fucking crazy looking. I mean, I felt like the atmosphere and like the way it looked.
That was all
it,
CGI.
I mean, it looked pretty fucking real to me. I don't think it was CGI.
It wasn't real. The only camera on it's black and white. If you've seen it in color, it's fake.
Nah.
Yes.
No. Well, so what? They got it black and white and they colorized it.
Uh-uh.
No.
No.
So they're not on Mars.
Probably not.
Okay.
It's probably Arizona or something.
All right.
This other dude shared a picture of it said like an astronaut in space, not tethered to anything, and he's just out there with a pack or something.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not real.
Uh-huh.
And I took the picture, and if you know photo manipulation and editing, that you do a couple things, you fuck with the contrast, and you see a little rectangle around the spaceman. They copied and pasted and put him in there. It's not a real picture. You're not taking a picture of a spaceman far away in the blackness of space, and he's perfectly lit.
What would make you not trust NASA?
They're liars.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because it's a tax scam.
NASA is a tax scam?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't go to space.
They get millions and millions
Yeah. They should
to just do stuff that they play around with things.
It's exploration. That's the definition of it, is exploring, and you need funds for that.
Well, yeah, you need funds.
Yeah, it's space exploration. It's the
But-
exploration of space. And
but
in
I don't
order to
think-
explore space, you need funds.
Yeah, but I don't think they
So-
went.
So
At least not a person. Maybe one of the machines went, but
okay. And what would make
they're
you
not out there.
not trust them? Like,
Just all the shit that I see.
so you
Like,
would believe?
why are they faking stuff? Why would they put out a picture like that? And most of the things that you see, they admit are artist illustrations and renditions and composites.
Yeah.
They're not real pictures.
Right, because they're using telescopes, and it's hard to get an accurate picture, but to get a blurry picture and to be able to add some contrast to it to make it look cool. Is that lying?
Yes.
So you think that instead of doing the pictures that they have, they should just show exactly what they have? They shouldn't touch it up at all just to make it look good? They should just show you exactly the pictures they have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you've never seen rough pictures at all of space?
I've seen
and
some
stuff?
rough things, but then I've
Okay.
seen other things that are like, why do you do that? That's weird that they do that.
Okay.
Like the thing that I just said, like the astronaut flying out there. That's not a real picture.
And NASA put that out.
I don't know. I didn't check if NASA put it out.
Okay.
But it's supposedly.
Because I
by
could do
NASA.
that. I could make that tonight and put that out there.
I know.
But
they do things like that.
right. NASA does though.
Mm-hmm.
NASA has had a picture, like you said, like an instance where it was a clearly fake picture and they were called out for it, and it just got just swept under the rug.
Oh, yeah. You can find shit like that all over the place
Okay.
that NASA puts out.
Right. And they're more trustworthy than NASA themselves.
Who is?
Whoever's saying that NASA did this.
Oh, no. You could see like the footage or the pictures and shit that NASA puts out. And you could find shit that people compile of their footage and pictures and shit like that.
That have been proven to be fake.
Yeah. You just got to do some searching. Of course, you're going to find shit that's like, you're like, I don't know about that. But then there's other shit that you're like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Of course. Skepticism is necessary and understandable, but to just dismiss everything because of slight skepticism seems a bit extreme.
Yeah, I
don't you
just
think?
dismiss it on right away.
I know, that's my point. Like that's
I
kinda how you
start
are.
from dismissal and then work my way towards.
I know that seems a bit aggressive, don't you think? That's extreme, and that's a lot of people. If there's a slight doubt in it, nope,
Yeah.
don't believe it. On to the next.
I think
one.
that's a better way to be than automatic belief.
right. So that's a negative stance, then, correct?
No,
To not believe in something automatically.
no, because if they're lying, how is that negative? You're saying, no, fuck you, you're a liar. I'm not going to believe you until I see something that proves to me that it's for real.
So, okay. So NASA has put out 0% proof that they've been to space, or there's zero proof that everything that you've learned about space, none of it's true. There's 0%.
I've seen a lot that it's questionable.
Okay. So you don't believe NASA at all. They're completely...
I automatically go to disbelief.
And that's not negative. How? How is that not negative? By instantly dismissing something based off of some type of skepticism. Because everything has skepticism. So you dismiss everything on Earth. Right?
Everything on Earth.
Every theory you have, anything you've ever looked at that has any shadow of a doubt to it, you dismiss. That's what you just said, right?
I will dismiss. My automatic thing is dismissal.
That's a negative reaction, don't you? Isn't dismissal a negative reaction, don't you think?
No, I don't think that's negative.
No? To have an outlook
I think
on...
it's protective.
Okay. That's fair.
It's like you don't just like let anyone in your house.
No, those are two different
My
scenarios.
mind is my house.
I get it. Those are two different scenarios, though. Two different scenarios. Like letting someone in your house.
Denying, you don't just let anybody in. So you have the walls in your house.
Who
you have
else
the
is
door
there
in
to
your
let
house.
in when it comes to space other than NASA?
No, I'm not talking about space.
Well, I'm
talking
using
about
that in theory. Like that's the whole point. You're talking about a specific thing. I'm going to let somebody into my house. Okay, that dismissing somebody that to come into your house based off of something, right? You're going to dismiss of anything. It's fine. Those are two different scenarios. Like what I'm trying to say is
I'm making a metaphor that
yeah.
your mind is your house.
Okay.
So you don't just let anything into your mind
Right.
without it being vetted.
So if you constantly dismiss something, you'll never really...
New information is always a stranger.
Yeah. New information's constant. That's why.
So you vet-
That's why it's the study of.
you
It's,
vet it.
it's never the perfection of. It's like the study of medicine.
Right.
It's not the perfection of medicine. It's the study of science. It's not the perfection of. We're always learning.
Yeah.
So don't you think by dismissing something is just you're not being progressive because things change?
No, I don't believe in progressive stuff. That's weird.
So progression is weird.
Yeah. The idea of progression is weird. It
You know, we used to not use toilet paper. We progressed from that. That's pretty fucking awesome.
the idea...
We progressed to a lot of things.
No, what are you progressing to? What's the ultimate goal? That's what progression means. You're inherently stating that you have
progression is
a
the
goal.
actual goal. The goal is to always progress, isn't it?
That's not a real thing.
Well, yes. Well, no. Progression. The definition of progression is to move forward.
Where?
Where? What do you mean?
Where are you moving forward to? If my goal is to get to your house, I have to move towards your house. You need the goal in mind to progress to the thing.
You're using progression in like a.
No, that's how progressing works.
Right. Well, okay. So let's say like cars. They used to get 8 miles to the gallon. Now some of them get 60. Is that not progression?
Yeah, it's going upwards to a goal. What's your goal?
Well,
of
yes,
your
progression
gas
is always going
Infinite.
upwards, and regression would be going backwards. So progression is always moving forward.
But your goal with those numbers is numbers either go up or down.
Well, yeah, progression would be going up, and regression. That's my point. Like,
Yes. Okay, but you're moving.
We can always do better. We should never just be like,
no, but
stop.
better is
We're
not
contention. I'm good here.
You're conflating better with numbers being higher and things
Isn't
like
better
that.
and progression the same thing?
No,
how not?
because
Is it moving forward good?
moving forward doesn't mean anything.
That's the definition of progression.
To where? Where are you moving forward to?
So I'll do the exact same example. Cars used to get 8 miles to the gallon.
Okay,
now
that's
they get
a number. You're
Okay.
talking about a number.
but that's a progression.
That's a progression of numbers.
But it's still a progression.
Of numbers.
Doesn't matter. It's still a progression.
There's no progression of, like you said, we used to shit in
here's
a
a progression.
hole, and now we have a toilet.
We used to have polio. Now we don't. That's a progression.
No,
You
that's
wanna say it's a progression
that's a
of disease?
regression,
Okay, but
isn't it?
well, we progressed from not killing people. We progressed from not killing people. Right?
Not killing people?
Well, it's not around anymore.
Nobody was killing.
Oh,
Nobody's being
all right.
killed.
Polio was killing a
We
million
weren't killing-
people a
we
year.
weren't killing people.
Polio is now killing 0 people a year. That's progression, is it not?
You don't even know what stopped that.
You're just not answering it. That's what you're doing. It's a non-answer. Is a million
deaths-
deaths compared to 0 deaths a progression?
Most
It's
of
a simple
that
answer.
happened because of like clean water or something.
Okay, but that's progression, is it not? From a million people dying from a disease to 0.
No, that's regression in the numbers.
But that's progression.
You said when the numbers go up on mileage in cars, that's progression, and then you say when numbers go down from death, that's
Yeah, because
also.
down in death is good,
So
and up
you're-
in mileage is better, dumbass.
No.
Now you're twisting words just to have.
No, you're twisting the words.
No.
Because
So okay,
the direction is
So progression is
arbitrary.
moving
Because
forward.
better is arbitrary. If you
So it's
are
not
saying
so
the
it's not
numbers,
so it's not better that people aren't dying from polio.
it depends on your value. You don't know
That's it.
what happened with polio.
Name one value where dying from polio is a.
I'm glad people aren't dying from polio.
There you go. So that's progression that people aren't dying from polio. How is that not like that?
That's not what progression is. With your goal, you
Here,
have to have.
Let's look up the definition of
goal.
progression. We're going to look up the definition of progression. That's the easy way to do it, right? We're going to go Webster's Dictionary. We're going to look up the definition of progression, and we're going to see if we can relate people dying from something to not dying from something being progression. That's what we're going to do here because we can't
Progression
use
in what?
in people not fucking dying from a disease. That's progression. How are you being that ignorant to be like, you know what, you're right. That's a good point. We've progressed from people not dying.
People are still dying.
Not from fucking polio. I'm using that as an example. There's a lot of things we've progressed from.
Yeah, but you're
over here like,
you're conflating the basis of numbers. You can't say numbers going down is good and also numbers going up is good.
okay,
In two different
numbers
things.
going down in deaths is
Because you're
good.
making two different value judgments.
What does that even mean? Do you want a third
have your
example? I'll give you another. Do you want another example?
Yeah, two different examples. There's
You
two
wanna-
bad examples.
Those are two excellent examples.
Hmm.
Those are perfect examples of progression. Okay. How about energy? We used to not get energy from the sun. Now we get energy from the sun. Is that not progression?
What are you progressing to? We
to
still
getting
got,
energy that's not. Oh my God.
You still
dude.
got energy from the sun. How do you grow anything? That's energy from the sun.
It's not. It's non-pollutant. It's clean energy.
You're not polluting anything if you're
By using
growing,
gasoline
If you're
and-
growing a carrot.
But you can't fuel. Like you can't fuel a light with a carrot. Like that.
You could probably fuel a light with
You
a carrot.
can't. You can't. I'm talking about fuel consumption. All right. So, like, if you have a furnace in your house, right, that's fueled by oil. Or you could replace it with electric and use the sun for that, which would emit 0 emissions and it would cause no pollution. Is that not progression?
Progression in what?
Making the earth better,
What is better?
less CO2. Can you put your mouth on the end of a muffler?
You
and
need
breathe it out?
CO2.
Can you put your mouth on the end of a muffler and breathe it in?
This is carbon monoxide.
Okay. Can you put your mouth on the end of a muffler and breathe it in
You can.
and live?
And live? No.
Okay.
You're not going to live. Well,
If
you can.
All right. Now,
How much?
Now, replace that battery with an electric battery. Now, put your mouth in the muffler and breathe it in. What happens? Nothing, because there's no fucking muffler and you won't die. Is that not progression?
You're not supposed to do that.
Is that not progression?
Progression in what?
Not killing people. So you don't think CO2...
Nobody's putting their mouths on the end of this shit.
But if you put a bunch of it in the fucking earth, it will stay there and people will breathe it in. People in China have to wear masks because there's so much fucking smog in the air. So again, if they replaced all of that out
Don't they
there,
ride a lot of bikes there?
All right. So in China, here's another example. We're on example 4, baby. In China, if they replaced every single like CO2 emitting or carbon dioxide, whatever you want, whatever you're emitting gas with electric, and all the smog went away, which it would that not be progression?
What do you progress? Your idea of
You're getting rid of
progression-
smog.
Your whole idea of progression
Yeah, I'm gonna look
is
at the
weird.
definition now. It's not really weird. Progressing is moving forward. We're gonna go to
What are
Webster's
you
dictionary.
moving forward to?
Dude, okay. Specifically, I wanna get rid of smog and get rid of masks because they're shitty. I don't want to breathe in gas. I don't want to breathe in smoke. I want to progress to that. I want to get to that point. How do I do it?
It wasn't there before, so how is that progress? Okay. That wasn't there before, right?
We caused it.
It then came. So that is also progression.
The action or process of advancing.
Right.
A continuous and
always
connected series.
Advancing.
A succession of musical tones
How
or
we
chords.
got the smog was progression. Yes.
Okay.
It
It
was
progressively got worse.
It was a progression. Now you're attributing a value to it. Once again,
right.
that's a progression. Getting rid of it then is also a progression. If it comes back then again, that is a progression. You're always progressing.
Okay, doctors were surprised with the rapid progression of the disease. So it progressively got worse.
Yeah,
Now it's
but
not
that's
better.
the progression of the disease.
Okay. Right.
The disease progressed. You're saying you're using I want progression as this like ominous like destination that is like a make-believe destination. I want
Now,
progress.
See, it's not.
Everything's always progressing.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But you're saying you don't believe in progress. So how's everything
I'm
progressing
saying
if you don't
to
believe in it?
what? What are you progressing to? This is what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
So I'm sorry if I wasn't clear or being anything like that before. Things are always progressing. So when you say, I want progression in general, and then you attribute all these things that you think are good to that idea of progression.
Right.
But progression is you're always progressing. There was progression before the pollution that progressed into pollution.
So that's like
We went from horses to the cars who do the pollution.
So
that's progression.
We progressively got pollution worse.
They didn't know what pollution was.
But then they found out and they continued it.
There was still probably pollution back then from the mass amounts of fucking horse shit.
I'm bringing up like I just said here. Here's an example. Doctors were surprised by the rapid progression of the disease. Right. It was progressively getting worse. That's what progressive means. It was moving forward rapidly.
Well, worse
right?
to the person.
Right.
To the disease, it's great.
Right. Let's say they got better. Wouldn't they call that progress?
Well, you're saying better.
You got right. If they got better, that would be progress, right?
Yeah, you're putting better onto the thing.
Right. But but it turns in progression because they got better.
Better.
They're not as sick. They were about to die.
Mm-hmm.
They somehow got better.
Yeah.
And the doctor comes in and says, I've seen progression, and I think you're going to make it.
Yeah, it's still like it's still that
But that's
whole
progression.
thing.
That's getting better. And it's not always the case.
Yeah, but
it's not. It's the way you use the word. That's how all words are. Any words like that. It's how you use. It's what you put in front of it and behind it.
Yeah.
Right? Because the disease could progressively get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Pollution could progressively get worse. Or our emissions could progressively get better. It's just putting the better in front of it, or worse in front of it, and better at the end. It's just how you use the word, bro. So when you say progression, it's just it's a dismissive. Oh, you want things to be better. Like that's how you come off. And like I know it's not what you mean, but that's how it comes off. Like that's like why though? Like,
No, that's just the way people use that term, and just like the way you say it, people just go, "I just want things to be better," and you're like, "Well, what's better? What's better?" And you go, "Oh, I just want progress."
But I gave you four
and then you're
really
like, okay,
good, like
things
really good
always
examples.
Progress.
But they don't. Like, that's the thing. Like, China's getting worse. And I gave you a really good example of let's just get rid of all the gas emitting stuff and put electric in there. And we'd see a lot of progression because all that stuff will go away.
But that stuff's still even debated.
But by denying it and saying, oh, well, that's not real progression. I mean, that's where the debate gets it.
No, I'm saying the idea of progression is a nonsense concept that people just use to say, oh, everything that I want is better and it means progression.
But some people can. But like my example right there is a good thing of progression. Like I could see if I were like a leader in China, I would go up in front and say, I would love to see progression in this area. We could move, gas
I know
emissions.
that's what leaders say and stuff. They always say shit like that. But that doesn't mean anything to me.
That's my point. It comes back to the trust thing. I'm not a leader.
I know, but you just said if you were. That's what would be a thing that you would say.
Sure. But if I were a leader, I'd be me.
But that's what
that person.
That's what they always. That's the thing. That's all these concepts that people use like that. It's just like an all-encompassing thing to mean what you think is the best thing.
Yeah. It's a trust thing. It's what it all comes down to.
And then you just go, "Oh, we stand for progress," and you're like, "Huh? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What's that mean? Where are you progressing to? Oh, all the things that I want to do. That's what progress means.
It depends on your agenda and what you want with progress. My examples were very specific ones. I think your argument is that people that stand up, they're like, I want to see progression, and they're not specific on, well, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm challenging.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's how you put it out there.
Well,
and
I
then
gave you a
do
couple
that.
good ones. I think we could be
I mean,
progressively better with.
I agree with taking
that,
care
you know?
of fucking not putting shit in the air.
Yeah, like if I have to, like
black clouds.
Yes,
Like,
that's where I'm at. That's all. That's my point. Like, and it's just simple common sense that we're.
but
like,
then you have to do at
we're
what
like,
cost?
Oh no, we need gasoline engines. Well, I'm like, well, hear me out. If we can make one that didn't use gasoline, okay, and maybe potentially could not shoot those black clouds, what would you say to that? And some people still balk at it, dude, and I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't
but
get it. Our buses, our buses are all fucking clean now.
Get into the thing with cars. I don't know. I don't know if cars are the main thing.
Even
so
houses.
I don't know.
Look at houses. We can run off of solar.
No, but I don't think
tried
like
to get
cars.
solar, they won't
I don't
let
think cars are the number one polluter of what we're talking about with like air quality.
I think a lot of it is. Well, China. I think that's.
But I don't know.
China's
I haven't researched it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is.
Oh, it is. It is. But a lot of it's
I think
power
it's
plants
other
too.
shit.
There's a lot of power plants.
Yeah.
Like in PA, we have power plants still fucking burn coal, and you just see the smoke towers just still bellowing.
Yeah.
If we could, again, in theory, just stop that, that would be just like way better. Way better. I looked into it. My HOA, they will not let me put solar panels in because they have to have everything matching, which is fucking stupid. That they can tell you that shit. And I can't put a windmill in my backyard either. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's actually a turbine, not a windmill. A windmill actually like mills stuff.
I think everything
That's whack.
Everything
It's
needs
whack.
everything needs oil. Even the windmills and turbines and shit. But everything revolves around turbines.
Well, I have cousins that
Everything spins turbines in order to create electricity, no matter what it is.
and wind's kind of free. Water is another one. There's a lot of like the Hoover Dam still produces, I think, a lot of energy just from the waves hitting. They've set up things like basically they're wind turbines in water where the waves hit it and it spins and it creates energy. It's fucking genius. If we can do that on a mass scale, which is something that we could in theory do, people could just put wind turbines in their backyards if they wanted to. Why we're not there yet?
Well, they're not. I don't think they're that efficient.
And states too are fucking weird.
And they kill a lot of birds.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll be fine. We fly planes in the sky, so we can't really be like, oh, we can't get free energy, but we can fly to Cancun, no problem.
Well, look
Kill a
into
bunch of birds,
look
too.
into all the Tesla shit about free energy. So you gotta see what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah,
He says all the energy is free. So.
yeah, I know. I'm with it. That's my next stock buy is fucking Elon Musk.
Well,
Tesla.
no, I'm not talking about Elon Musk. I'm talking about Nikola Tesla.
Oh, I thought you meant
No,
Elon Musk.
I'm talking about look up what Nikola Tesla says about energy.
Yeah,
And he said Albert Einstein was retarded.
yeah.
Yeah.
He knows a thing or two about energy.
Yeah. He does.
He knows a little something about it.
Yeah.
He knows something about it.
And his shit got stolen, I think. A lot of his
Everybody's shit was stolen back then.
a lot of his patents
Who
and
know?
stuff.
Who knows? Who knows who was really the genius and who wasn't? Because back then patents were a scam, and
Well, that's
before they
what-
even had them, there
that's
was
what
no
Einstein
patents,
was
you know?
doing.
Yeah,
Einstein worked at a patent place,
Mm-hmm.
and he would just like take other people's shit and say it's mine.
I heard that about Edison too. Edison
Well, he
supposedly
owned
took
the
inventions.
He owned the company, so whoever was making shit under him,
yeah, he
it's
threw
mine.
his name on it, and
Yeah.
yep, I invented that.
I mean,
I
that
remember
was the most legit way of
Yeah.
stealing.
Still though, to call yourself the inventor of something and then just because your name's on it, it's pretty fucking Smart, actually.
Yeah.
Super American.
He was branding,
Yeah.
basically.
Fucking branding before branding was a thing. I want to be branded.
I
think that's hot.
We can get you branded.
Yo, let's do
I
it.
can get you
Fucking
branded.
brand me, baby. Let's go.
Give me one of them hot things.
Hell yeah.
Stick it right on your belly
Nah, I want a face one, a real small one right here,
of a weenie.
or a horseshoe. I was gonna say a horseshoe, but now that you said
A horseshoe
weenie,
with weens on end.
no, a weenie. You said weenie, so now I want a weenie right here. So when I smile, it like
Could be a
perks up
horseshoe
little
with
bit.
two weens on end.
I have to do it to where like when I'm straight faced, it's like, and then when I smile, it's like hard. You know what I mean? So like soft dick, and then hard dick.
You could
when
do
I
that.
Smile. I could probably do it.
You could. I believe in you.
I know you can. We know a guy that does tattoos.
We could progress to that.
Yeah, Gonzo will tattoo your asshole.
He will.
How much did he say? How much
A
was it?
bullseye on your asshole.
We put a number on it.
I don't know.
He was sitting right here, and he
don't
kept
remember.
fucking laughing about it, and he didn't say no. He's like, that's crazy. No one would pay me for that. Like, you didn't really say no, man. You just laughed and was like, yeah, no one would pay me that much for that.
That should be gross.
Yeah. Chicks have tattooed their asshole before. I don't know about a guy doing it.
Yeah. It's too much hair back there
I think asshole tattoos are
for assholes.
they're for assholes. That's the title of next week's episode. Asshole tattoos are for assholes.
That makes sense.
It does. That's a great fuck. That should be a shirt. That could be a shirt. Asshole tattoos are for assholes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's super invasive. That's super intrusive. Is that what it is? Yeah, intrusive. You're getting really close.
I mean, you're letting them in there. So.
You are. And like at some point, they have to be tattooing and a finger's in there. It's got to be in there.
I mean, you got to spread it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nope. Out.
You're in.
That means I'm in. No is the new yes.
It is.
And hell no. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Mike said he's in, by the way, on poker. I think.
Oh, yeah?
I'm pretty sure it's what he said. Hang on a second. Yeah, I'm down if there's still a spot. Just saw the text.
Oh,
yes,
word.
sir.
All right, let's go.
6, baby. Some cards. Anybody else want to get into some cards?
Nice.
Hey, y'all want to play some cards? It's been a while. I was going to cook, but I had to fucking work all fucking day today. So, no smoked foods. So I'll just order something.
Yeah. Make us some scrambled eggs.
Yeah. You still have one of your chairs, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's over
It's
there.
there, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my chair.
I was going to order some. I found these ones that have padding like this fucking thick.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know. I'm scared I'm going to buy them and they're going to be too thick.
No such thing.
Did you order those online or did you sit on those and be
No,
like,
I
I'm
ordered
getting
them.
these? Oh, you
Yeah.
did? You got lucky because they're pretty good.
They look padded, and so I was like,
They did. Now, see, the couple black ones I have, they look padded, but you sit in them for 5 minutes, like, these suck. I need to find a good set. I need something that folds up because I got to be able to clean my shit up. You know what I mean? Like, if I had a room like Riga does, I'd get a fucking
get them right there. They
full-on.
match your whole room.
Yeah. Where'd you get them from?
On Amazon?
Amazon. That's where I was looking. I think I've seen those ones, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to do it. That's the next thing I got to buy. I'm always buying shit.
You'll be all right.
They fucking delayed my stove. I got that comes tomorrow or on Wednesday now. Until they fucking call me the day before and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna push it back another 2 weeks." It's fucking stupid. Never had to wait this long for anything. Actually, I've been waiting. I ordered shoes. They've been sitting at USPS in Allentown since the 10th. Here we are, the 20th. Not delivered. Can't say it was the snow
Shit is
because
crazy.
why? I almost called my dad. I feel bad though, because like, you know, like when someone's cooking at home and they fuck up a burger, they don't call me right away. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to call my dad for something.
They don't have anybody sorting anything out. It just gets sent, and it just sits there, and it doesn't get sorted. And that's what I was saying before. We're just saying I have a
Here's the thing, though.
a steady decrease, a non-progression of
Why can't?
of incompetence,
Why can't?
or steady progression of incompetence.
Yeah, but why can't we have a steady progression of
Competence.
yes? And how about this?
Things don't go
when
that
it
way.
lands at the airport, or when it lands at the post office, and it sits there for more than one day, You get a text message. Packages at the airport or at the post office.
Come get it.
Would you like to pick it up or wait for delivery?
Well, they don't even know where it is. I don't think.
That's the shit because there's two post offices.
No,
I keep
it's
saying
just-
airport because I think it's at the one near the airport.
It's just like
But I don't know.
It's just there.
Why can't
It's
you
just
pick
like
it up?
in a room.
Yeah. So
They know it's at what facility it's
Right.
at, but then they just like put it somewhere.
So it's lost. It better not be lost. They're a pair of Jimmy shoes. Like they can't lose those.
Like it's not sorted. It's just in there. So
worries
even if you got the text message was like, "Hey, come get it," you would be like, there's a whole room of everybody's shit in
All
here."
right. So it was marked ready for delivery on the 15th.
I don't think it's ready for delivery.
Apparently
That's
not.
just an automated thing.
Well, no, because it arrived on the 10th, and it says your package has arrived in Lehigh Valley Airport or Lehigh Valley Airport UPS.
It's probably just
USPS.
still sitting there.
Why? So send me a message. I will go pick it up.
That's what I'm saying.
Why?
Because it's not ready for delivery.
But it
It's
should be.
just sitting in a room.
I'll make it ready for delivery. I'll come pick it up. No delivery necessary. It's like pizza. It's like if you call for delivery and like, oh, we can't.
Yeah, but you
come.
can't pick it
I'll
up.
come get it. No
because
problem.
it's just in a room.
I'll find it.
They wouldn't let you in there with everybody else's shit.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Find my fucking package.
If they did, they would sort through it and they would have delivered it.
Yeah, it's fucking.
But it's not.
nonsense.
That's the whole problem.
Yeah. So be progressive, and hire 2 people to work there to fucking be able to let people pick up their packages. And you come in, here's my package, scan that shit. All right, I'm gonna go find it. Bam, here you go.
I applied to be a mailman years ago,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't let me. They didn't ever call me.
You have to take a civil service test.
Yeah, I took the test.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Nothing happened. And then I see how many mistakes they make all the time. And I'm like, you mean to tell me I couldn't make these mistakes? I would have done a better job. Without a doubt.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
No fucking question.
Yeah.
My mailman used to deliver me my neighbor's mail constantly
Yeah.
across the way.
I don't know if it's
Entirely
the actual
different
mailman
number.
or if it's the people that are if it's the post office itself. Because like
Is the mailman.
because like my dad, he's a mailman. I assume he's a good mailman. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he's been doing it for a while, so I'm
Well, yeah,
assuming
he
he's
got
good.
in there way before
Yeah,
what it is today.
yeah. Because he works a lot. Like when I talked to him last, he has no
Every
problem
government
working.
job, they don't hire white people anymore.
My dad's super white.
Yeah.
He's a definition of white.
Yeah. When did he get in there? 1980?
No, it was in the 90s, probably like 96, 7, somewhere
Yeah,
around
he
there.
still had a chance then.
Yeah.
Like everywhere you go TSA. It's just like, you know who's working there.
We know.
There's like,
I've been to the airport and fucking.
do you ever
Jesus
see like a
Christ.
young white mailman?
Ours is probably our age.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a little younger actually.
There's not too many that I see
Nah.
anymore.
And there's this chick that delivers our mail sometimes too, and she's probably, if she's not in her 20s, she looks good for being in her 30s because she's pretty fucking young too.
She's probably in her 30s.
She looks. I don't think so. I'm in my 30s, so I don't know, man. I don't know. She's young though. She's at least our age or younger, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say. But that's just in my neighborhood. I don't know. I mean, I'd be curious to see what the average age of a postal worker is at this point
Yeah.
in America. I'd say probably in the 40, 50-year-old range.
All of them that I see, they're not young.
They're unyoung.
They're like 40s,
Yeah.
40 plus. There's a couple young ones that I see,
We're
but
almost
it's
there, bro.
the
We're
younger
almost there.
the younger ones that I see are like chicks in Allentown.
Right.
There's always a woman of color in Allentown.
Right.
And that they're the young ones.
I've seen a couple of those type of male women and men around as well, but I still see my fair share of the old white guys.
Yeah, the old ones.
Yeah, it's kind of what you think of when you think of a mailman. You think
I
of
don't
an old
see
white guy.
like a
what you think
late
of.
20s like cool
That'd be like your
white dude
stereotypical
mailman.
movie job, like a mailman or like the fucking milkman or some shit like that.
Yeah, we need to bring back milkmen.
Yeah.
Get milk
They
delivery.
used to just deliver milk.
Yeah.
That's it. What do you do? I deliver one single product.
You can't do that anymore either
Milk.
because of trust.
Yeah. You're right.
You don't trust somebody to deliver your milk
Yeah.
in glass?
Imagine that now. If someone knocking your door like, hey, I brought you milk. What the fuck are you?
Yeah, nah.
I'm not drinking that shit. It's just all open and shit. There's no lid on it. It ain't sealed with a use by date. I ain't drinking this. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Can't do it.
That'd be a good skit. Milkman, who the fuck are you?
I got milk.
I got milk.
Imagine somebody just coming to your door with milk.
Just selling you milk.
Hey, I got this milk.
How do you turn them away? Like, I don't need milk.
It'd be like
today.
that dude. I got these cheeseburgers,
man. I
You'd
got
be
this
like,
milk, man.
I
I don't need any milk.
don't know where you got that milk
But
from.
I brought milk to sell you. But I don't want to buy any milk. The answer is no. But they're really persistent on selling you milk. And you don't want it.
We need to bring it back.
Yeah.
It needs to be milkmen.
There used to be home delivery like for food. Remember, what was it? Swanson's or something like that? Or Swans?
Swanson.
Swans or something? It used to be like they would come and
Samsonite.
I was way off. No, they used to do home delivery of like frozen foods and such.
No.
And that'd be a cool thing.
They do it now.
Do they?
Grubhub.
Yeah. No. I mean like bulk. Like we used to get like cases of burger patties, and they would bring you like
you
frozen
do that fucking
chicken and stuff like
Instacart.
that. Yeah. You know. We progressed. I prefer shopping. I don't want that shit no more. But back then it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah. I still see them drive around from time to time. It's like, who the fuck buys food from them still? But somebody does.
The Instacart people suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never
they don't
used
give
it.
a fuck about what you ordered. And it's fucked up because like there's probably like old people who can't get to the store and shit, and they're ordering from there, and then people just in there shopping like,
That'll work. And they're like, this isn't
whatever.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even look.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's why I got to shop myself.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've gotten things that I didn't order. It wasn't even close. Like they gave me a spicy Doritos. I didn't even order any chips.
And you just got a bag of spicy
Just
Doritos.
bag of Doritos.
All right.
Fucking seafood crackers.
Gross.
I didn't order no crackers.
Or seafood crackers. Disgusting.
No, not that either.
Fucking gross.
How'd that get in there?
Someone put it in there.
Like you're not even trying.
Yeah.
I get it. Your tips ain't great, but you ain't doing a
Do
good
better
job.
and I'll tip you better.
You ain't
Fuck.
doing a good job, yo.
Yeah, I don't
What are you
know.
talking about? Like nobody has pride in their jobs.
That's a shitty job too, bro. You shop for other
So
people.
many, it's like the easiest job on the planet. It's like being a fucking waiter. Easy. All you got to do, you're not even making the food. You're taking the order.
Well, the concept of being a waiter is easy. But being a waiter, people are fucking dicks.
Yeah.
So that makes it not so easy. I know what you mean.
But like to complete
Like,
the tasks,
how hard is it to take food to a person? But
Yeah.
there's so
the
much more to
task
that
of
because
the job
you've been waiting
is
on like
very easy.
yeah, the task itself, but it's the stuff that comes with that task that isn't so easy. The task is easy, but there's more than just the task. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it's like working in a factory where
gotta be-
the task is just building this, but if it's 150 degrees, it makes it a little harder to do your job.
You just got to be pleasant. It's easy. I've been in customer service before. I've
Yeah.
taken 1 million calls a day.
You have a different personality. Your personality is very. You can be like, yeah, I'll just bring you your food. Here you go. Like that's your personality is different. It's so I can't even explain it, but I don't know. You have to give a fuck about waiting on someone in order to be a waiter, and I don't even know if you would care enough to do that. Like, I don't even want to bring.
I've
you your
never
food.
been a waiter,
Yeah, I know.
but it's
I know.
easy.
Well,
I've talked to millions of people a day.
yeah, I know.
You
I get
still
it.
have to be pleasant.
Yeah.
Never a dick. Like
Yeah.
it's easier in person because you see their face. Like it's easier to be a dick on the phone.
Yeah. I had a guy today who was a super dick the whole time for no reason. Like we have a line, like every place on earth, and he wanted to stand over here, and I'm like, you got to get in line. He's like, I'm just gonna wait right here, and when they're done, I'm gonna go order. I'm like, well, there's other people. He's like, I'm gonna go order. I'm like, all right, well, can I at least start your order for you? He's like, I need to order it yet. I'm like, I know, but if you tell me what you want, I can start it. So when you get up there, I can get you through quicker. Oh, well, why don't you just say that? What the fuck do you want, dude? So he tells me what he wants. And then he's like, the soda machine isn't working out here. And he's like yelling it. I'm like, there's no Coke. I'm like, you just have to hit the Coke button. He's like, but it's not coming out. Because you have to hit the other button, like select it and then dispense. I had to go out and show him how to do it. And then I go to hand him, and he just bitched the whole fucking time. And he really pushed me, bro. He really fucking pushed me. I got this fucking close to telling him to fuck off. This close. But I didn't. So, in theory, it's super easy. I'll make you a few burgers. I'll fry up some fucking fries. We'll call it a day.
Yeah.
He made it so much fucking harder than it had to be.
Yeah.
Because he just bitched and made
I
so difficult.
I get that type of shit.
Oh. Like out of your way. Like, dude, like you're coming here to get service, and like we're trying to take, and you're just being an ass for no reason.
Right.
Like,
but then were you a dick to the other people who were not dicks?
No.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
the job's not hard. Of course, people are gonna test your patience in the job. I'm talking about when you go to a place, you know how you are. You're like, I know how I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a dick to people who are handling my food.
Right.
I'm relatively pleasant.
Yeah.
And
some people aren't. That's my point. Like, some people don't
and then
care.
When you're not pleasant to a person who's trying to be pleasant, you're doing a bad job. You're taking it out on the people who are fine.
Yeah. You're that accurate.
Like, I did a couple live streams and shit when I went through fucking some fast foods, and I was like, yo, they don't care about anything, and they hate you for coming at all.
I know.
To the fast food places.
It's weird.
They're like,
sometimes.
what are you doing here? You're like, I
sometimes-
want the food.
Yeah.
I'm like on lunch or something. I want some fast food.
I know. Dude, I get it.
And they're like, why did you come? I have to do something now?
I don't, not all the time, but there are times I'm like, God, we're so busy. And it makes me mad. And I get it. We're making money. It's the point of a business. But sometimes being overwhelmed sucks. Getting overwhelmed is not fun. It takes the fun away from a simple task.
I'm never there when it's busy.
Right.
Like, if I see a busy place, I like go to somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't be waiting in line like that.
Jimmy was at my store when it was busy, and he was
Yeah.
so like, hey, Aaron, hey, you want to come take care of this for me? Like, I got a milkshake too? Is that cool?
Yeah, he's a dick.
He don't give a fuck. He's one of those type of assholes. He didn't.
Yeah.
He did not care. He didn't care that it was Friday and there was people everywhere and mad orders. Hey, Aaron.
I'm always trying to get in and out everywhere as fast as possible. If there's somewhere that's long as fuck, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
I go to places where I'm first or second in line.
Yeah.
And then people are just like, why are you here? And I'm like, what?
Forever. I order everything on an app. I order it and pick it up. That way I don't gotta.
They don't even look at you when they hand you your food and shit in the drive-thru anymore. They're just like, fucking here.
I haven't ordered food in a drive-thru.
God damn. I don't go often either.
I
but
only go through like for Dunkin' Donuts.
When I do,
a lot of coffee.
When I do go, I'm like, yo, you guys suck, yo.
A lot of coffee.
I wish I could drink coffee.
Speaking of sucking, I don't know. Yeah, it sucks you can't drink coffee. I don't know what I would do without it.
Other shit's been fucking up my stomach. My stomach's been fucked up for like 3 weeks now.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know what it is. But I think it's the V8 energy drinks that I switched to.
Mm-hmm. Or the AIDS.
Instead of coffee.
I think it's the AIDS.
I don't think that's a symptom.
No.
Stomach issues. Gas.
Look it up.
I don't know. You would think like the gays like have low gas.
Well, I don't know, man.
Because they need their butthole to be kind of pleasant to their partner.
Right. Well, maybe it's just
not very gassy.
The hole is expanded so much that you just don't hear it.
It just comes out.
Right? Yeah. Like if you blow like that, or if you go, see the difference? There you go. Yeah, I just blew your fucking mind. You're like, oh shit.
I don't know. I feel like it's different.
No. That was a perfect example right there. I just crossed your eyes. Like, wait a minute. Shit. It's cool, though. But on that note, I'm about to take everybody's fucking money tomorrow. Feeling good. As long as Jimmy doesn't win again and buys in twice and loses both times miserably.
Oh, it was so great that he
was
lost
wonderful.
the last one.
That was wonderful. Twice.
Amazing.
He's like, I shouldn't buy back in. Here's $70. Let's play. And it was wonderful. I played like shit, and I started to come back. I ended up leaving up. That was crazy. I lost that 70 like that. I didn't even want to buy back in. I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy back in.
Now Riga tunes in now too.
Thorgra! We're about to wrap it up.
Yeah, we destroyed Riga's life.
Yeah.
That-
Riga is going to quit his job so he can play cards with us tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
He
should.
told me that. He texted me. He's like, yo, I think I should just quit my job and then I can play cards. And I'm
Who
like,
you need to
dude,
work for anyway.
that's a great idea. If you don't have a job, you don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Right. What do you have to
Right?
live for anyway?
Yeah. Torsten. That's progression.
It's progressing towards independence.
Oh, man. This was fun. Getting caught back up. This is a good show, too. Look at that. An hour and 20 minutes. Nice. Made my fucking nips hard. It's wonderful. All right. Keep following us, guys. Instagram, YouTube, Pornhub, JDate, Facebook, iTunes, Podbean, FarmersOnly.com, Christian Mingle. What was the other one?
World Star Hip Hop.
World Star. World Star. World Star. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
Bye. We'll be in March next week. What's the fucking date today?
Will we be?
20th. Nope.